Hey folks, thanks for joining me today. So, this is the second one that I promised, and it's my favorite. This is on a large mold number 4 stone that I created from the molds from the Happy Dotting Company. And it's the biggest one that she has that I'm aware of. And I painted it black a couple of times to give it a nice good coat of black. And then I drew a circle with my General's charcoal pencil. And now I am painting the inside of it with ocean blue. And I use a paintbrush to just get like a really rough coverage. And then I come in with my finger dauber or the finger sponge. And I am putting on some more of that ocean blue just to give it a nice even coat. And then I'm going to come in with some white. And the white is going to sort of give it different shades of the blue, as well as it's going to mimic clouds once I'm done with this. So I just continue to blend in, and now I'm going to start doing the clouds. And what I do when I'm making the clouds is I really load up the finger sponge on one side, and that's the side that's going to be the lightest, and it's going to give the top edge of the cloud. So you can see as I'm doing this, I'm blending in more of the blue as well on the bottom part, so that I get sort of different lightnesses and darkness within the clouds. So that's how I get this effect. And then I'm coming in and I'm making a moon. So the moon is actually going to get covered up with the rest of the painting. So I put it in anyways because it is part of what I did and I wanted it to look really misty. So I do that, and now I'm going to sketch on the design that I want to do. So if you saw the thumbnail at the beginning, and the reason why I clicked on this video is this is the Headless Horseman. It is my ultimate favorite Halloween story. It's about this gentleman by the name of Ichabod Crane. He is a teacher in a small town that really likes the ladies, but in particular, he likes this one, Katrina, and she's a very rich farmer, or comes from a rich farming family, and he wants to court her and marry her and take over the family fortune. So there was a party that he went to, and he was sort of fighting for the attention of Katrina, but he had to fight with, not physically fight, but like there was another contender that had caught her eye, and that was the local hero of the town, and his name was Braun. And so they were at this party, and at the end of the party, Ichabod felt very confident in himself and decided to go home, and was very, very happy with himself after the party. So as he was heading home, he was chased by what is believed to be a soldier who was headless, but always had like a flaming pumpkin, and he would throw it at people. And so what happened was the next day, nobody could find Ichabod. And so they went and they searched for him. And all they found was a smashed pumpkin and Ichabod's hat on the bridge. And he was never to be seen again. So eventually, the town hero got to marry Katrina and inherited all of that fortune. And Ichabod was never to be seen again. So I love the story. It has been rewritten, retold. There's been movies, there's been cartoons, there's been like so many things, and of course, it's very popular for Halloween because of the whole like the scariness of it and the creepiness of it, and it's got a bit of a love story to it, and it's one of my, actually it is my favorite. So I thought I'm going to paint the Headless Horseman. So that's what we're painting today. And I am so happy with how this turned out, and just loved doing it, thinking about the story behind it. And the story was actually originally written in 1820, or originally published, I should say, in 1820, and absolutely became the most popular Halloween story for quite some time. And yeah, the story of the Headless Horseman, and in Sleepy Hollow. So this brings me to why I painted this, is because where I live, if I travel northwest of where I live, there is a street called Sleepy Hollow. And every time I drive by it, I think of Ichabod Crane and the Headless Horseman. So I drove by it a few weeks ago, and I decided that's going to be my final Halloween painting. It's going to be a nice big one, nice bold one, and here we are painting it together. So let me know if you enjoy the Ichabod Crane and the Headless Horseman story, or if you have a favorite story, Halloween story that you really, really enjoy, by leaving me a comment and letting me know which one is your favorite. I don't know what it is about this story that draws to me, but I absolutely love it. So the most part of this painting is going to be done in black because it is silhouette. But I do use other colors as we paint this around, because I do put some other details in around the actual painting, sort of to frame it up. And you can still kind of see the moon shining through the horse's mane there, and by his arm that's holding the reins of the horse. But it gets really lost. So painting the moon kind of I placed it in the wrong spot for the effect that I wanted. But that's okay. You just trust the process, right? And then I'm just adding some extra details here for the horse, and getting everything to where I want it. Now I will put on some highlights so that it is shining a bit from the moon and from the pumpkin, because the pumpkin is going to be glowing. I didn't quite do flames, but I made it look like it was glowing. So you'll see that when we get to that part. And of course, I've got to add the little tombstones to really show that it's Halloween, and tombstones seem to be part of that whole facade of Halloween. Halloween is definitely my favorite. I enjoy decorating my house inside and out. I also dress up every year. And I also I love giving out candy. So seeing all the little trick-or-treaters coming to my door is just like, it's a highlight of my year, and I really, really enjoy it. So so the color that I'm using here for the pumpkin is banana cream and saffron yellow. So I'm sort of mixing them together, and I will be using the same colors once the pumpkin is painted. And I will make it glow sort of. You'll see that in a little bit. I just got to let this yellow part dry. So now I'm going to add the highlights. So the highlights are going to be the same mixture of the banana cream and the saffron yellow. And I'm just going along with my fine lining brush, and I am picking out what I think like the edges of his cape and his coat, and like where his leg is sitting on the horse. And then I do some highlights as well on the horse himself. Now, I wanted to really get that creepy feeling. So I'm hoping that by keeping it black and not really doing an awful lot of detail, really gave that kind of, I don't know, creepy feeling, I guess, or like the scary feeling. And just imagine how Ichabod would have felt when he's like riding his horse through this bridge, and then here's another horse behind him and looks back, and the guy on the horse is headless. Like that would be really scary and creepy. But definitely, I get excited about it. I love the story. So yeah, so I'm just still putting on these little pieces of details on the horse and on the Headless Horseman. And we will be getting to some of the outside of it very shortly. I make it look like you're kind of seeing it or seeing him through the woods. And because it's October, the leaves are changing and they're falling. And so that's what I wanted to show. And you'll see that in just a little bit. So now I'm just adding the facial features onto the pumpkin, and then that's the parts that are going to be glowing, and the rest of it is going to be painted black. So I'm not really paying too much attention to the detail of this because it's more of you want to get the idea that it is a pumpkin, but I really wanted to focus on the glowing part. So that's what we're going to do. And you're actually going to see me make a little bit of a mistake because I was very impatient and I didn't let the paint dry, and I started doing some glowing parts, and yeah, it kind of messed it up a bit. But you know what? I was able to fix it. They're all happy mistakes as you go along and you paint this. So I really hope you give it a try. I didn't find it all that difficult. You just have to get the proportion sizes right, and that's about it. The rest is totally up to you. And yeah, so this was so much fun to do. Now I'm putting on the glowing part of the pumpkin, and I'm just dabbing with one of my blending brushes all the way around, and I'm letting it sort of get lighter as it goes out around the pumpkin. And now I'm going to start doing the frame. So I'm going to start off with this is Scarlet, and it's a really nice deep red, and I'm going to add some black to it so that I get kind of like a maroon color. And this is going to be the background, so like the darkest parts of the leaves, and I do this all the way around, and I let it sort of mingle into the actual painting itself, like into the sky and the tombstones and the ground. So I do this all the way around, and I'm constantly moving back and forth between the scarlet red and then adding a little bit of black into it. And like I said, I do this all the way around. Then after this part is done, and even while it's still wet, I'm going to continue with different colors. So the different colors that I'm going to be using is, so the scarlet red that I'm using right now, canyon orange, I'm going to use some tomato red, and I'm going to be using some of the saffron yellow for highlights. So You'll see me switch back and forth between all of these colors just to get the illusion of changing leaves on trees and stuff. So this was so much fun to make, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. The best way to let me know is by giving me the thumbs up. If you're new and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and make sure that you hit that notification bell to get a notification when I do post something new. This is the last one of my Halloween series. It's not as many as I wanted to do, but I think the ones that I did do are absolutely amazing, and I really hope that you enjoyed them all. There was 4 in total, but this one has to be my absolute favorite. I really enjoyed painting this. So the brush I'm using right now is a really old brush, and it's very frayed, and the bristles are just going whichever way they want to, which is okay because it's great for doing leaves, and that's what I use it for. I've got 2 of them. This one's my bigger one. I also have a smaller one to do smaller areas, but absolutely amazing to be able to quickly add in color, blend it in, and make things look like leaves or landscape, grasses, all sorts of really cool things to do in nature. And that's why I don't throw away my brushes, because you can use them for so many other things, and there's always more life to them than just its original intentions. So as you can see, it's really looking like a forest, that the colors are changing in the leaves, and you can see that I put brightness around them where like the glow of the pumpkin, or maybe the glow of the moon that's behind the horse, is glowing, so or reflecting or shining onto them. So this was like a lot of fun. I really hope you try it and give it a go. You don't even have to do the Headless Horseman. If you just like doing the leaves and stuff, paint up an autumn tree. Maybe that's something that I can do for you, and you can follow along. So maybe I'll throw that into my ideas of what to do next. So I'm also looking for Christmas ideas. So if you have any, please leave those in the comments below, and I will work on those as well. So to finish off this painting, I'm going to add in some tree branches and some trunks and stuff, and I'm just letting my paintbrush sort of glide ever so slightly across the painting itself, because I don't want it to be completely a straight line, and I don't want it to be seen connected. So if there is little spots that it's not connected, that's okay. And that's about it, folks. So there you have it. Life is what you make it. So get creative.